guys, what's going on? It's MassiveJoes RAW review, and I'm coming to you from MassiveJoes.com. Awesome RAW review for the viewers at home today. You guys have been waiting for this one for years. Consumers of Australia have been waiting for this product for years. It's finally hit Australian shores, finally made it past government regulations, finally all up in this bitch. It is, of course, MuscleMeds Carnivor in the house. Let's get straight into it, show you guys exactly what's in it, tell you exactly what it's going to do. That nutritional information panel ain't going to get it done. We about to go balls deep in this here MuscleMeds Carnivor. Luckily, got ourselves a big ass nutritional information panel for the viewers at home. Starting from the top. Serving size 1 scoop, 34 grams. Got yourself 56 of them 34 gram bitches in one of these big tub of carnivore bitches. In terms of what the 34 grams are made up of, it's a protein, so we got to start with the macronutrients, of course. Got yourself 120 calories per serve, 0 fat, which means 0 trans fat, 0 saturated fat. Also 0 cholesterol for the viewers playing at home. Got yourself 6 grams total carbohydrate, so it's about 18% carbohydrate, of which 0 grams of sugar, so there's no sugar in it at all. 23 grams of protein per serve, so it's about 68% protein. 250 milligrams of sodium, 100 milligrams of potassium, and that's the macro breakdown. For the keen viewers at home, you know straight up, you will see straight up, 23 plus 6 equals 29. That doesn't equal the 34 grams total scoop. That is because you have added creatine and added branched chain amino acids that we're going to see in a second that aren't included in the macronutrient breakdown for this particular product. In terms of what the 34 grams is actually made up of. Unless you've been living under a rock for the past, I don't know, 3 to 5 years. I don't even know how long this product's been out internationally or in the US for, but it's been a while. Unless you've been living under a rock, you would know. Carnivore MuscleMeds is possibly, when you think about beef protein, when you think about beef protein isolate, you got to be thinking carnivore. This was the original and arguably still the best. And in Australia, the only beef protein isolate in the house. So when we have a look at what's actually in it, of course it's going to be beef protein isolate. MuscleMeds actually take it one step further, and it's actually hydrolyzed beef protein isolate. Hydrolyzed means pre-digested, means it contains dientripeptides, which are very small molecules of protein. It's pre-digested. It's a very complex manufacturing process to get a hydrolyzed protein. You guys, viewers at home who are keen watchers of raw reviews would know hydrolyzed whey protein isolate, the best whey protein isolate we have seen thus far. Similar in the world of beef protein isolate, hydrolyzed is the tits. It means it's very easy to digest. It means the protein peptides are very small, pass through the gut very easily, get into the bloodstream for maximum gain. And one other thing I might add with that hydrolyzed beef protein isolate is because it's hydrolyzed, that's why you get back up the top here, no cholesterol, no lactose, no milk sugar, obviously it's not from milk, so there's no lactose, no fat, might also add gluten-free, might also add, because it's beef protein, it's actually dairy-free too. So if you're dairy intolerant, beef protein could be your answer. Moving right along. We then move on and we see that it's got added creatine monohydrate. It's got added branched chain amino acids, leucine, isoleucine, and valine. We do actually know that there is a total 2.5 grams of creatine monohydrate per scoop. So if you're taking the 2 scoop serve, you're getting the full clinical dose, 5 grams creatine monohydrate. And we do also know that there is a total BCAA is 5.8 grams of total BCAAs per scoop. So if you're taking the 2 scoop dose, you're getting a whopping over 10 grams of BCAAs as well in this bitch. Moving right along, you've then got what MuscleMeds are calling an anabolic nitrogen retention technology, or ANRT is what they abbreviate it to. It contains a bunch of different alpha-ketoglutarate. So glutamine, alpha-ketoglutarate, ornithine, alpha ketoglutarate, alpha ketoglutarate, and then alpha ketoisocaproate. Now I got my tongue around that. Now what that is designed to do, the ANRT, is it's actually designed to reduce the waste product from the protein, from the beef protein isolate. So reduce the amount of nitrogenous waste product, in particular ammonia, that can float around your digestive system. So it means that you're getting more of the protein that you're digesting, that you're actually taking in from the carnivore, from the hydrolyzed beef protein isolate, the beef protein hydrolysate, getting into muscle tissue for maximum gains. Moving right along, you've then got hydrolyzed gelatin, which is in there as a thickener to make the protein nice and thick. You got yourself some natural flavor. You got yourself some artificial colors, artificial flavors. And that's what's in it. So it's beef protein, man. Beef protein hydrolysate. Hydrolyzed beef protein isolate, however you prefer to say it, with added creatine, added BCAAs, and added ANRT to help your body get the maximum out of this protein. In terms of how it tastes, how it mixes, this is where it gets a bit complicated. Because internationally and in the United States comes in a shitload of flavors. I think it comes in like 7, 8 flavors, man. But this is a raw review for the Australian viewers at home. I know this bitch gonna go worldwide. I know you'd be watching it in the US, in the UK, in the United Arab Emirates, wherever the you're from, I know you're watching it, so just keep in mind that this is just based on what's available in Australia at this point in time. Comes in 2 flavors. Comes in vanilla caramel. Comes in chocolate, which goes straight to the biceps. Which means I'm taking as much damn chocolate as I can get my hands on, man. Which brings me to the infamous MassiveJoes taste and mixability test. And I know you guys have been waiting for this one because we never done a taste and mixability test on a beef protein isolate before, man. Got myself, of course, need all the help I can get in the bicep department, the chocolate. Gonna throw myself 1 scoop in about half a shaker, half a TMJ shaker. Get the scoops on top, very nice. Good job, MuscleMeds. I like it when the scoop's on top, man. Scoop on top, MassiveJoe happy. Throw myself 1 scoop of this here MuscleMeds Carnivor beef protein isolate in this bitch, man. Get that out the way. Now throw the lid back on there. Smells delicious, I might say. Smells really nice. Throw the lid. A few flicks of the wrist in this bitch. Let me show you guys how it mixes. Refresh my memory on how this beef protein tastes, man. Alright, that's enough shaking and mixing. Check it. You guys see that? Can you check that out? Can I get some zoom and focus action, please? I think I can. So check it out. It's pretty damn well mixed. There's no clumps. There's no floaters. The one thing that has happened to it, and we do see this with hydrolyzed whey protein isolate as well, is it has frothed. It's frothed from the top, and I'm pretty sure on the label, because I remember seeing it, actually, I might just double check. I'm pretty sure on the label, yeah, it does too. In the directions, zoom and focus action, please. There it is. Protein may froth after mixing. So MuscleMeds are all over that shit, man, and they're not wrong. Because as I'm leaving it here and it's separating, you can see that it froths up pretty severely. It's more than whey protein isolate. It's a pretty severe froth. And that is why I would go so far as to say blender bowl is required for this here MuscleMeds Carnivor. Let me refresh my memory on how this chocolate beef protein tastes, man. I think the thing with MuscleMeds, and I'm pretty sure everyone does this, I did this myself, and all the fellas and pussycats at MJHQ, when we busted open this tub to try it for the first time, did themselves as well. I think because it's beef protein isolate, you're expecting it to taste like beef. I know it sounds weird, and correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I was kind of expecting. I'm like, okay, it's chocolate flavor. It's gonna taste like chocolate, but it's gonna have like a beef aftertaste going on, which is really ridiculous when you think about it. And not only is it ridiculous, it's not actually true. It doesn't taste like beef at all. You don't have a beef aftertaste at all. It does have a very unique aftertaste. It's very different in aftertaste to a whey protein. The initial taste on the chocolate and the vanilla caramel is just like you're drinking whey protein. It tastes exactly the same. It's nice and sweet. The flavor is quite good. The thickness of carnivore is for a beef protein isolate as well, that's zero fat and low carbohydrates. It's a very nice thick protein. In fact, I'll just show you again, man. You can check that out. So it's a very nice thick flavor. It feels really nice. The mouth texture is really nice on it. It's good. The initial taste is just like you're drinking a real thick whey protein. I'm not going to lie to the viewers at home, it does have a very unique aftertaste. It's not a bad aftertaste, don't get me wrong. It's not something that makes you kind of go, what the is that? It's not that at all, but it is a very unique aftertaste. And the first time you try it, your brain will be doing backflips trying to figure out what that was you just drank. But it's not a bad aftertaste. It's definitely doable. And the initial taste is, the overall, I would go so far as to say the overall taste is pretty damn nice. Especially for a protein that is zero fat and is low in carbohydrates. This is MuscleMeds Carnivor. I'm gonna finish, man. It's that good, I gotta finish the whole damn thing. In terms of the effects, because that's what you're taking your protein for, man. You're trying to make yourself gains. Let me put it to you simply. We always consider, and this is my personal opinion on it, man, I don't consider protein powders to be supplements as such. I consider them to be food, because that's what they are. They're powdered food. This particular MuscleMeds Carnivor is just, and they even do it on the label, man. They compare it to a steak. That's what you should be doing. You should be looking at it as an alternative to whole food, as an alternative to a whole food source of protein. And when you look at it like that, I mean, it ticks all the boxes, then some on top of that, because it's a very unique, very good source of protein powder. It's hydrolyzed beef protein isolate. And I may add, there's a lot of talk about carnivore and other beef proteins on the market, man, saying they use like bloody bone marrow from beef and bone cartilage and just all kinds of shit. It's not true. It's not how it's made. It's actually made from beef, from beef meat and an isolated protein source from that whole food source of protein. Just like whey protein comes from milk, beef protein actually comes from beef. That's the way it's done. The only reason that MuscleMeds Carnivor is actually allowed into Australia now is because it's certified by the USDA, by the US Department of Agriculture. The US Department of Agriculture would not be certifying a protein powder that's made from bone marrow and left off parts of cows. It's just bullshit. So it comes from a very high quality source, that being beef, USDA certified beef. It's very low in fat, it's very low in carbs, and it has no cholesterol, no trans fats, no saturated fats, no bad fats, no sugar. So as an actual source of protein, it's really quite good. If you happen to be dairy intolerant, so whey protein as a source of protein is not an option for you, and other sources of dairy are not an option, it's a fantastic source because it's dairy free, it's lactose free, it's gluten free. If you're allergic to dairy, lactose, or gluten, it really doesn't get much better than carnivore. You then take that and you add on top of that 2.5 grams of creatine monohydrate per scoop, 5.8 grams of branched chain amino acids per scoop, plus your ANRT, the nitrogen retention technology, so that you're not producing all this ammonia, all of this nitrogenous waste product. The protein you're actually consuming is going to help you recover, is going to help you with muscle growth, is just a very good source of protein to help you reach your health and fitness goals. Then you add on top of that that the flavors are good, man. The flavors are clean. The flavors, if I had any more, I'd be stopping the raw review to finish the rest of that shit off. Viewers at home, it's finally arrived. It's here. It's available for purchase now in Australia after years of not being able to cross into our borders. It is, of course, MuscleMeds Carnivor. And you guys, man, like, for real, if you're a user of protein powders and you're looking to mix it up, man, and you want just something different, something very unique, beef protein of all types of protein, you got to give this MuscleMeds Carnivor a try, guys. Hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, man. Stay up to date with all the latest editions of MassiveJoes RAW Review. And guys, that is MassiveJoes RAW Review. Finally, after all these years, on MuscleMeds Carnivor in the house. And I'm coming to you from MassiveJoes.com. Stay